You are now listening to the Strong Opinions podcast.
What's up, what's up, what's up? I'm back with you on the Life is Not Complicated Strong Opinion podcast. Got my girl, my favorite DJ in the entire world, DJ TnT, with me today. What's up, T?
What's going on, man? I'm glad to be here. Finally got on with you, man.
Hey, you know I already had a slot for you. I'm saying this is gonna be the last episode right before the season ended. And so I had to say the best for last.
Oh, look at you, gonna gas me up. I appreciate it. I'll take it. I'll take all of it. Nah, glad to be here, definitely.
Good deal, good business, good business. So how does it feel to be the best DJ on the planet? I'm gonna start there.
Man, it feels good when other people say it, man. I definitely appreciate the fact that people can say it for me. I don't brag and boast on myself, but definitely put the work in just to be acknowledged. So that just feels good.
I tell you, when I was on tour with the Top Dogs of Comedy back in 08, 09, we had a DJ named KD. And he was the first DJ to make me really appreciate comedy mixed with the perfect DJ.
Yeah.
This dude, man, I ain't never seen him with a pen or pad like yourself. He just come in there and say, hey, at what point you want me to drop this cue, this, that, and the other. And I ain't seen him write nothing down. And they're just on point, boom. And I said, it can't be nobody else that can do that. And then I met you.
Well, there you go. It's definitely a skill. It's definitely a skill. You know, everybody can't be a club DJ, which is cool. I tried to, but I found my niche in the comedy and poetry scene, and I'm loving it. So.
See, I argue that. I argue different. I think, I ain't gonna say everybody can be a club DJ, but I definitely think it's easier to be a club DJ than performance DJ with comedy and poetry. It definitely takes a lot more thinking and a lot more paying attention because you're a part of the show.
Definitely. You know, I have to be strategic in what I choose to play, and my timing has to be on point.
Right. And it's like I've been a part of other production teams with specific comedy. And they said, well, man, we're going to get this DJ, yada, yada, yada. And I try to explain to them, look, dude, it's not just about the DJ as far as a name or their following or anything like that. It's about having a DJ that can pay attention to exactly what's going on.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think we talked about that a few times, man. Even DJs that I look up to, you know, wanted to model my career after. I've seen them miss cues doing a comedy show just because they're being so engulfed in the comedian that one they probably never seen before, in which that's an advantage that I've had, you know, being able to work with you and seeing so many comedians. It's not a shocker, you know, and I'm able to pay attention to the show and make sure I hit those cues so they can have a good set. Right.
I mean, and I appreciate you and everything. Before we go, we're going to definitely talk about how we came together. I guess we probably should have done that first, but we just having a good conversation. Just bleed on into what we do.
Yeah.
But, I try to explain it to them. I've never even had to talk to you about it, you know. I just see what you do. I never one time.
That's pretty cool.
In what 6, 7, 8 years you've been, never one time have we had a conversation about cues or anything, you know. And that's just amazing. I appreciate you making my job easier.
Hey man, I gotta you know, show my worth.
Oh my God, I tell you. But so how has it been working with Soul?
Man, it has been great. I love to be attached to such a progressive and supportive brand of the community, and just great shows and quality. You know, like I said, it puts a smile on my face to let people know that I can share that I'm a part of sol-caritas. And I mean, it's just been a great experience. And I get a lot of love and support from the audience, you know, the supporters that you built. You know, they spill over into me, and shoot, I just love it.
Well, I tell you, I appreciate you being a part. And right now, I'm going to share how we even came together, man. Ken Boyd, shout out to Ken.
Yeah, shout out Ken Boyd, man. I guess I start, you know, because I saw Ken.
Yeah.
He was posting a flyer for Houston AllStars of Comedy at the Houston Improv.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, what is this show? And at this point in time, I was working full time, really couldn't DJ as much, but I wanted to stay involved. I didn't want to let DJing go, so I was like, I got to be a part of this. So I hit up Ken. I was like, man, who putting this show together? Who promoting? He was like, oh man, this guy, I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna let you know. So he actually contacted you, and he gave you my number, and we talked. And I felt like we just hit it off. And I was like, man, I don't care what it is you're doing. I want to be a part of it. It's something in me that's drawing me to what you're doing. And I don't care. I don't care if you ain't got no money.
I told
you. We're not no money, but necessarily a budget. You know
the first time I say, hey, this is what we got for the artists. Because it was a new project. It was something new we came up with, me and Billy Sorrell.
And you was also in the mode as far as not, the DJ and comedy thing not being so important.
Right. Because and it goes back to KD. When we did the tour, he got to a point where he wanted to be paid more money. Mm-hmm. And the comics was like, dude, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. So he quit.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I thought the tour was going to suffer because of that, and by the grace of God, we were able to finish and do what we do. But it was like, I think he tried to hold us hostage because he had such an intricate piece.
Right.
And he said, look, I need some ransom money. You either give me more money or I'm gone.
I definitely understand where he's coming from with it. I mean, DJing and being a part of the comedy show, you have to realize you are not the show. You're an asset to it. You're just a next level, just to add more to it. So I mean, you can't take away from the comedy show because it's going to be a comedy show whether I'm there or not.
Right.
It's just that I can make it that much more memorable, and I like that part. That's
right. And that's what happens, But I said, well, I'd love to have you, but we don't have a budget for DJ. And you said, I don't care. I fell in love right then because there's too many people in today's society. Like we allow money to make the decision, and when you do that, you don't really realize how many opportunities you probably missed out on because you said no because they didn't meet whatever monetary demand.
Right.
And and I'm not saying you should sell yourself short. I'm never saying that. I tell you guys that all the time, but always look at what's more at stake. You know what I mean?
Definitely. During that time, I was definitely in a character shift in my life and wanted to focus more on opportunity and not the money because I was learning that by you experiencing and stretching yourself and accepting more opportunity, the money will come. As you can see, I've been a part of the team longer, and I mean, I've DJed for people who've come to your shows, and I'm able to attain, consistency in working, which was what I wanted from the beginning when I started, because when I contacted you with interest, I really wasn't DJing that much. I mean, like I said, I was working a 12-hour shift job, rotating at the plant, and I was really going to lose the ability to DJ had I not put that effort into keeping it.
Look at God.
Yeah.
Oh man, after that we gotta take a break. So stay tuned with us on Life Is Not Complicated, Strong Opinion Podcast, and we're gonna get back with you after this break.
Your opinion matters to us at the Strong Opinions Podcast. To join our email list, please visit carloswallace.com.
All right, we back with you on Life Is Not Complicated, Strong Opinion Podcast. And man, it's just been a joy having you, for real. Like, I can't say more about that. Like, it's crazy.
I appreciate it, man. It's been a joy to be a part of the ride, and I'm here for the long haul, man. Sol-caritas till I die, man.
Already. So you on tour now with Eddie B.
Yes.
For the most part, I mean, hell, damn near everybody on the tour has come through the soul training,
platform.
the camp, the platform.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. I like the training camp. That's pretty cool.
Well,
boot camp.
That's what Jeff say. Jeff.
Boot camp.
Yeah, shout out to Jeff, man, head guy over at the Enterprise. He always say, he said, man, I love the people that own your shows because they get the real meaning of how a show runs. With being on time and respecting the light, just the whole gamut on what it means to produce a show. And so I can appreciate that. Like I always wanted to be a teacher, and that's teaching.
Yeah. No, yeah, you definitely do that, man. And you demand quality and you give it. So, you know, it makes me step my game up. So I appreciate it.
Well, I tell to people, don't ever ask for more than what you can give yourself. Yeah. And anything that I ask of you guys, I definitely have to step up and do that too.
And you do that.
You know,
and you do that.
I have no choice. But so tell me about the tour. How you enjoying that, man?
Man, the tour is amazing. A little tidbit I just realized due to Facebook memories, this was a good time. No, in the last 4 years, July 14th, which is my mother's birthday, I have worked with Eddie.
Yeah.
And the first time was Houston AllStars of Comedy.
Is that right?
Yeah. That was 2015.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, see, when we first started doing the AllStars, before the AllStars, I had 5 Degrees, and Eddie was a part of 5 Degrees. So really, the All-Star show format is based on the 5 Degrees.
Okay.
Really, to be honest with
The way
you.
it works.
Yep. It worked. So once we started that, once the 5 Degrees, they started to grow and go their own way. Billy went to LA and Eddie started doing his thing, Blaine, Keener, and Mingo. Yeah. So Eddie grew a solid following, and we decided every June was gonna be Ken's month. So he do his show in June when he come back from New York.
Okay.
And every July was gonna be Eddie's month.
Well, there you go.
And I said, dude, y'all making my work easier. Like now I just have to find a show for the other 10 months.
Yeah, the tour has been, amazing. I've been able to travel all over this great U.S., been to places I've never been and explore the city. Make a lot of new fans, you know, with his following, because they embrace me just as they embrace him, because I do a little pre-show before we kick it off and get them all riled up and bring them out, and it's a great time. And it's crazy. And I remember when Eddie approached me with being the DJ for him. I mean, you know, he was all kind of cool. He's like, man, I got this thing coming up. I want you to DJ for me. It's going to be big. I was like, okay. And it was like a couple of months before I heard from him again. I was like, Eddie, what happened? I thought you were going to be a DJ. So we ended up getting together and we did, 6 shows?
Yeah, Joke Joint.
What, 2 days?
2 days.
Yeah, at the Joke Joint. There was people coming from all over. And I was like, man, what did you do? Because I hadn't seen his video yet.
Right.
And he was like, man, I just started doing videos about what teachers really want to say. So I checked it out, and man, he was going viral. And I was like, this is crazy. But yeah, man, I'm glad he had the idea to kick it off for the tour. And I mean, his following has been great and embracing everybody that's on the tour.
It's funny to me. Like I just got back from Chicago with Google, you know, and it's several people in our think tank that know him.
I'm sure.
You know, from Facebook, and they go, do you really know him, Carlos? Do you really?
Hell yeah, they get excited, man.
It's funny.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It is.
And especially with the amount of educators I know, you
Definitely.
know what I mean? So it's I love it. I love it.
Oh yeah. Man, and it's crazy how much they can laugh at what they normally cry at.
Right. And that's comedy.
And I think it's a great thing, you know, and I support Eddie and everything that he's doing with the teachers, because when you think about education, it's so much emphasis on, you know, helping the parents get involved or catering to the students. And sometimes we forget about the teachers.
Yes.
You know, they struggle with depression and suicide,
Absolutely.
you know, just by trying to want to change the world or help the students. And they're limited by, you know, the school districts and whatever politics are in that. So I'm just glad that we can give them an outlet to keep them going and give them another year. Because, I mean, what would the world be like if we had no teachers?
Man, I tell everybody in America know at least one teacher.
Oh yeah,
everybody
definitely connected. Yeah, definitely connected.
You know, so if you don't, something wrong. You know, but everybody knows at least one teacher personally. I mean, personally that have tried to, you know, encourage you to be better.
Definitely. Everybody has that one teacher that they can remember.
Right. That's right.
I mean, shoot, I have my kindergarten teacher, my first grade teacher. She turned me on to an American Whipping grape jelly sandwich.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Dr. Pibb soda. I guess I must have left my lunch one time.
That was a long time.
Yeah.
Dr. Pibb.
Guess I left my lunch one time and she shared it with me. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
you know?
Dr. Pibb.
I know, right?
Oh, man. Woo. Well, my kindergarten teacher turned me on to a switch.
Well, hey, I caught that in 3rd grade.
Man, she used to sit us in a semicircle, and she would be in the middle, Like we'd have to go home and read X amount of pages, man, and say read page 1 through 10. This is in kindergarten.
Yeah.
I went to a private kindergarten.
Wow.
And we would get back, and it would just be simple stuff. C-tip run, C-tip jump.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, so if you miss one word, well, right across the lap with that switch.
Man.
We all left there excellent readers.
I believe it. I would too, man. I would too.
And this teacher, man, Miss Goldie Pugh, God rest her soul now. I mean, I think she lived to be like 104.
Yeah.
She taught my dad,
Oh,
all
man.
his brothers and sisters. So it was like he was scared of her. He was like, hey, man, you on your own with that.
That's funny. Yeah, no, teachers are definitely impactful, man. They definitely help change the world and mold each and every one of us, like I say.
And I tell you, it's funny. I still have my kindergarten graduation photo. And it's probably, I don't know, 12 or 15 of us in this photo. And I can give you everybody's name and tell you what they're doing today. All of us are doing something extremely productive. None of us have ever been in prison, never been on drugs.
That's awesome.
But all of us are community leaders and with impactful positions in the world today. And I have to give her all the credit, man. Real talk.
Well, shoot, in addition to that, I got to give my, 4th grade music teacher the credit, Miss Thompson, man, for instilling that love in music to me. And everything that she taught me, I still remember.
And creating the best DJ on the planet.
Come on now. Talk that talk. I appreciate it, man.
Now, one more thing before we go. I want to talk about, like I said, I'm in Google. One of the things we discuss now is this net neutrality and how the big bosses are just trying to take over the internet and regulate and so, and all I talk about is how it would affect some of us, that have been able to levy our businesses, leverage through the internet. How does that concern you as a DJ?
Oh man, net neutrality it's a big deal. I think it affects definitely the little fish. It's another way for them to come in and control and manipulate and give the advantage to the big dogs. With regulating who's visual and to the people and who's not, and making it a money thing. I mean, that's definitely tough for a small business such as myself, and just, people who can afford maybe $1 or $5 just to boost, a Facebook post or something like that. I mean, it's unfair.
Right.
I don't really know what the true basis of it is or what the true goal is, but it's definitely eliminating the small business. Yeah,
and just putting a clamp on like you said, it's like they don't want it to be fair. They want it to be even. You know what I mean? Like, let me keep my foot on your neck.
Giving preference to, what they support or what they stand behind, rather than what the people want.
Right.
Again, taking a stab at democracy. It's like they're trying to kill democracy here.
At every turn.
Man, it's crazy.
And I don't understand how they wake up and look themselves in the mirror and think that's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because they can. And but I would have to say maybe it came about because it has been affecting their business. When there's a shift, when small businesses rise, I guess the big fish do suffer.
You're right.
But how much though? It's a percentage.
You got billions. How much more
you
do
can share 10% with the little guy.
Indeed. It
and you're making billions.
Billions.
What's 10% of billions?
Right. It's crazy.
One less vacation house.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So before we go, man, tell the people, anything else you want to share?
Shoot. I guess in addition to let people know, I do appreciate, the support for me being a DJ, but also I am more than a DJ.
More than, that is true.
I have, a passion project that I'm working on. If anybody follows me on my Coach T for the Win page on Instagram, I have a...
No, you ain't gonna smooth that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the Coach T.
No, I was gonna say what it is.
Yeah,
it's basically a criminal justice reform initiative that I have to help people basically reestablish, a new life. A lot of us struggle in different ways, and some of them, unfortunately has to deal with the criminal justice system. But everybody who is involved in the criminal justice system is not a lifetime criminal.
Right.
Is not the worst person. Sometimes it's just a bad decision from lack of vision.
Yep.
So
a victim of circumstance.
Exactly.
Yep.
So you just have to recalibrate, and reimagine and set new goals and basically write a new life. You basically get the opportunity to start over, and that's kind of what happened for me.
Yeah.
Because I've experienced some life-turning events in my life, which allowed me to live my best life and pursue my life artistically, because that's something that's always been a part of me. And now I'm a full-time DJ. Loving my life even more.
Yeah, I'm trying to turn her into a producer also.
Oh yeah,
we
that's coming in there. Yeah, that's
We're
coming.
working on that.
That's definitely coming.
I'm gonna take another break because I want to come back and talk more about that. Because we don't have to go. I'm the boss of this here, so I can take as much time as I want. But I do want to come back and talk about that.
Cool.
So after this break, we'll be right back with you on the Strong Opinion Podcast.
6 speakers, one stage, one mission. Stories of inspiration, transformation, and liberation with one goal. Leading individuals forward every day. Match Theater, October the 6th, 7 p.m. Leading individuals forward every day.
You are now listening to the Strong Opinions Podcast.
All right, Tangy opened up a whole nother. Tangy is her real name. TnT opened up a whole nother cave in my mind. So all these thoughts are running out right now. So last week in Chicago, we had a Georgetown law professor to come in and speak with us about the current criminal justice system. And he was explaining how we need an overhaul of it, because originally in America, we came about with, look, it was instant gratification as far as with a criminal. If you stole something, boom, we cut your hand off. You kill somebody, boom, we hang you in the town square, let everybody watch it. So it was an embarrassment piece too. Also, we're gonna do away with you, and we're gonna make an example so nobody else will do whatever it is you did.
Yeah.
And he said, and that didn't work. So at some point, and he gave the year, I forget, when they built the first prison. And since then, we've had hundreds of thousands of new prisons, and obviously that's not working either. But he shared a number that I didn't forget, man, and it has stuck with me for quite some time. It said 86% of all incarcerated people to some degree suffer from a mental condition. That's a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
86%, and his concern was, or his thing was like, if we could treat that and keep the person that raped someone, if we could treat their illness before the rape, if we could treat their illness before the murder, treat their illness, and so forth and so on, think of how much success we could have versus just locking them up for a time frame and then releasing. And it's laundry, you wash,
Right.
rinse, repeat. Wash,
No,
rinse, repeat.
definitely. And with my criminal justice reform, I call it live life beyond the box, because within society there's so many boxes.
Right.
But once you become criminally stigmatized, checking that box, have you ever been convicted of a felony or whatever, just trying to get a job, can be detrimental to your success and getting out of the cycle of repeating crime, because all you want to do is work to provide for your family. And this goes for a small percentage of people, because just as many people there are in the world, there's that many different types of criminals.
Right.
Nobody's a lifetime criminal. Sometimes some people just act out of desperation,
Right.
or lack of vision and support. So with my initiative, there's 5 basic areas of growth that I personally worked on to myself that helped me to see my vision clearly and be able to imagine life differently, set new goals, and basically rewrite my life to become successful. And one is self-awareness. And we have self-awareness. We have becoming a critical thinker, because you have to basically make choices in your life to get to the next level, because if you don't decide, the universe and your surroundings around you will decide. And we all know about the different influences that are out there between music and friends, and nobody's really stopping anybody from doing dumb things.
Right.
They'll talk about them, but they won't just say, hey man, I don't think you should do that, because a lot of times, sometimes people do confide in people about the crazy stuff they're thinking, but nobody really steps up. And also, you definitely have to take action and discipline. Discipline and consistency is an area that is very important, that I think everybody struggles with, you know, because discipline in my mind has to be reshaped, because by definition, it's being trained to avoid punishment. No, you want a training that aligns with your goals and principles and values in life.
Right.
Not just to avoid getting in trouble.
Just don't do what it is to get you in trouble.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, so and at the end of the day, it's about a character redevelopment. That's what my program is about, and it's only for a select few. It's not for everybody. I can't reach everybody.
Right. No.
But I know that there's people out there like me.
If you reach one, it's a beautiful thing.
I just didn't know any better in my subconscious. You know what I'm saying? And once I became laser focused, I mean, I'm ready to take on the world.
Right. I love it. More than a DJ. Y'all heard it. But so where can the people find you, man? Everybody gonna be looking for you after this interview.
Oh man, come on now. You know, you can catch me, you know, anytime Sol-Caritas is having a great event at the Houston Improv. I'm definitely still on tour with the Teachers Only Comedy Tour. We have Richmond, Virginia coming up and Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm also doing a Sunday open mic poetry spot at Buku's Bar and Lounge. That's every Sunday. That's for those people on the north side who don't want to travel into the city. We're bringing the arts to you. And also got some special coming up. Liquid Courage comedy show. You know, the first interactive comedy show. That's my special project that I'm working on.
What's the date on that?
We got October. It's the weekend before the 27th. You're going to put me on the spot. And I can't even remember.
20th.
It's October 20th. Yeah. Look at you, man.
October 20th.
You like a human calendar. Yeah. October 20th. And then that's it, man. And also hit me up, you know, Facebook, Instagram. You know, if you need a DJ, weddings. You know, conferences. I do it all, man.
I love it, man. Y'all heard it. Like I said, enjoying my day with my favorite DJ on the planet, DJ TnT.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is the last episode, before the last episode. The next one, I have Charles back with me. We're going to recap the whole season. And it's just been a pleasure talking to you today, T.
Man, I'm so glad that I was able to get on, man. I was excited when you told me you was going to get me on. And,
Got to have you back. I got to have you back because you always got some good stuff to say.
I appreciate it, man.
All right, y'all stay tuned. Stay with us, man. Love to hear from you. It's Carlos Wallace signing off on the Life is Not Complicated, Strong Opinions podcast.
To purchase Life is Not Complicated, You Are, or the other 99 times, or download the audio versions, please visit carloswallace.com.